Yeah, this was the Mendelow matrix we are referring to. Level of interest, level of power. So we'll have a summary. Yeah. So categories of organizations. Different categories. We have the commercial, not-for-profit, public sector, charities, trade unions, local authorities, government organizations, NGOs. So, and then we saw the definitions of private, public, limited, PLCs. What is a PLC? Public limited companies. Okay. Then, yeah, interest powers, the Mendelow's matrix. Fine. Then stakeholders, their categorization. Then some are called as external stakeholders, some are called as the internal stakeholders, and the others are the connected stakeholders. Yeah, that's what. They are categorized stakeholders as internal, connected, external. Yeah. Okay. Categorize stakeholders as different categories. Fine. Okay. So we just move on to the questions. We didn't cover the questions in the last class, so we'll just cover that now. Yeah. Now, in order to ensure that policies of an organization are consistent with the public interest, on which of the following should the directors of a company focus? The long-term welfare of shareholders, compliance with the legal requirements and codes of governance, and the collective well-being of stakeholders. C. A. Then any other answer? Nobody says B? Huh? Think and say. A. Sure. What about others? C. Sure. How many say B? Nobody. A. How many say? 2. What about 3? What about C? All the rest. Some are not lifting their hand at all. No. The last option should be others. None of the above. 3. ABC. Fourth, I just thought I should give because nobody is raising their hands. None of the above. Okay. Fine. So the answer is C. C is the collective well-being of the stakeholders. The board of directors are responsible for the well-being of a wide group of constituency, including the shareholders, but also employees and other internal, external and connected stakeholders. Okay. So, A, lot of people have said, a few have said, okay, long-term welfare of the shareholders. Collective well-being of the stakeholders. This is how the exam questions will be. Every word matters. Exactly. See, you know the correct answer, but while reading it, small error is enough. That is where you have to be careful. So the exam might look simple, but it's not easy. You have to be alert. You should read and reread several times what is there. Fine. You should know exactly what is asked and which option is right. Okay, next. The following stakeholders of a business organization: managers, customers, executive directors, suppliers. Okay, the question is not complete. You're just reading the question, right? Following are stakeholders of a business organization. Which of the are connected stakeholders? Yeah, you have to link both and see. So, yeah, there is a combination which is given: managers, customers, executive directors, suppliers. How many say 2 and 4? Okay. Yeah. So A is 1, 2 and 3. B is 2 and 4, C is 2 and 3, and D is 3 and 4. So how many say B? Yeah, how many say A? C? D? Nobody says. Okay, by mistake I showed the answer. That was a problem. It was my mistake. Okay. While scrolling down, you saw the answer. The customers and suppliers deal closely on a transactional basis with the organization, but are not internal stakeholders like managers and executives. Managers and executives are internal within the company. Customers and suppliers are outsiders as far as the company is concerned, right? Yeah. The following are either characteristics of a cooperative or of a public limited company. See, in this type of questions, first thing what you should do now, you should see what is asked. Forget about all the information. The only thing you have to see first is what is asked. Then you look at the information and see how relevant it is. Now, can you make out what is asked in this slide? No. What is asked here? Which of the characteristics of public companies are the characteristics of a public company? That's what is asked. Public limited company. Which of the above are characteristics of public limited companies? So, you are given different options. Now you go to the options and see which suits. Maximizing the excess of income or expenditure, not a primary objective. Members can vote according to the number of shares owned. Shares can be bought and sold through personal transaction of members. All members are invited to attend the annual general meeting and participate in decisions at the meeting. Okay. Okay. I have to go by this. Say, how many are saying A? 1. How many are saying B? Nobody. C? A few. Okay. D? Nobody. So there are only two, that is C and A. That's all, no? Anybody else? Anything else people are choosing? Ah, good. Now you just look at it. If you are not clear, you should ask. Go through it once again. See, the time that is allotted to you, the time is not for ticking. The ticking is the easiest portion for you to read the question. That is why you have to spend more time. Once you know the answer, just ticking does not take much time, right? Tell me. Think about it and tell me. 3 and 4. Some are saying that is D. How many are saying D? Okay. How many are saying C? Okay. B? A? Nobody. No, you are saying A. Huh? Good, good. All the 4 should be there. Okay, let's see. The answer is B. Only shareholders have voting power related to the number of shares that they own. Okay. Members of a cooperative organization can vote, but will only have one vote. That's what we saw as a cooperative. One man, one vote. Right? Remember that. We saw that in the last class. So it is not based on number of shares or anything. It is one person, one vote. That is cooperative. Irrespective of shares or anything like that. Okay. Yeah. I'll come to that. Okay, first let us see this. Cooperatives may be owned by members, but ownership stakes cannot be exchanged between members unless the members belong to the limited company. So members of a cooperative organization can vote, but will only have one vote. Cooperatives may be owned by members, but ownership stakes cannot be exchanged between members unless the members belong to limited companies. That is, you cannot transfer that transferability, right? In shares, you can transfer the shares. But in cooperatives, you can't do that. You are either a member or you are not a member. That's all. You can't transfer your membership to somebody else. Now, B is 2 and 3, right? That is, members can vote according to the number of shares owned, and 2 and B is what? 2 and 3. Shares can be bought and sold through personal transaction of members. This is possible in a public company, right? What is asked? Which of the above are characteristics of public limited companies? Wait. D? Fourth one, all members are invited to attend the annual general meeting and participating decisions at the meeting. Huh? What do you want to say with this? This is also for a public limited company. Characteristics. Yeah. Shares owned by them. Yeah. Yeah. Voting power is based on the shares. Yeah. That is for cooperative. This is, but what is the question which is asked? So what is required is of a public limited company. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Only shareholders are voting more related to the number of shares that they vote is correct.
Yeah.
Members of a cooperative organization can vote, but we have only one vote is also correct. Cooperatives may be owned by members, but the ownership
cannot be exchanged.
But in D, it is the question asked, the answer is wrong.
Yeah. B is 2 and 3 it is given, but it's not the case. Yeah. 2 and 4 it is. Yeah. Yeah, that is correct, actually. 2 and 4 are correct. Yeah. Through the, stock exchange or, yeah. Should be 2 and 4. 2 and 4 are the right answers. Yeah. Yes. It's good that you all came out with this, right? Okay.
Don't blindly go with the
answers. Yeah. Yes.
I told before starting the class, before you came here, I said you have to have an analytical frame of mind to answer the question. Why this? Why not that? That only will lead you to the right answer.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. This type of questions are very, very important. This is where, from the past experience, some of the students are finding it difficult to handle. It's not that they don't know, they find it difficult to handle. Something like a scenario type of thing. It's a small scenario. It's not a very big one. As you go higher levels, you will come to big scenarios. Very small scenario, and some questions are asked. Okay. So you should get trained to seeing the scenarios and answering questions. Right? One thing is, knowledge is one thing. Next is using that knowledge to a particular scenario, to a practical situation. How do you apply your knowledge to a practical situation? That is what is most important thing. And that is what more emphasis is given in these courses. International courses like ACCA. Okay? And probably in other courses, Indian courses, more emphasis is given on knowing knowledge. That is fine. But now there's a change here. Okay. So sports for kids is a charitable organization that operates a sports center in a large. The land on which the playing fields and facilities are located is held on behalf of the charity by the donor and the dietmar, the two trustees. Don't worry about the names, you just say DD, that's all. Think of dog and donkey, that's all, don't worry. Don't worry about the names, right? You're not able to pronounce, you're not able to get familiar, don't worry. So Donna and Dietmar simply hold the land on behalf of sports for kids and play no role in running the charity. They are rarely contacted by the management of the charity. However, they are the only people who are able to enter into contracts in relation to the land and its use. So sports for kids is managed and operated by a management committee. The committee has decided on a major expansion of facilities by building a new sports hall. The committee has the power to legally bind the charity in all the matters other than the land. Their decisions are overseen by the government charity regulator, which generally sanctions the charity's decisions except in relation to financial reporting. The management committee is negotiating with 4 building companies. The proposed expansion of the facilities has angered the local residents, many of whom are concerned about heavy building site traffic and the danger posed to their children. Many believe that the design of the new sports hall is ugly and insensitive. 3 respected local politicians serve on the residents committee. The following are the types of stakeholders. Internal stakeholders. A is internal stakeholders, B is external stakeholder, and C is the connected stakeholders. Okay. Now, this is exactly what I said. First you should read what is asked. Required. For each of the following, indicate whether they are internal, connected or external stakeholders. This is what is asked. So, Donna and Dietmar, select one of A, B or C. Who are they, Donna and Dietmar? Are they internal? Are they external? Are they connected? Internal. A you are saying. How many say A? How many say B? How many say C? C is connected. The problem is if I open it, all the 3 will be visible. Okay, have this. Let us come back to this again. I'll come. Connect. Yeah. Okay, we'll see that members of the management committee select. So members of the management committee, which one? A, B or C? Internal. Okay. The 4 building companies select A, B or C? External. Local residents? Connected. Yeah. So A is connected. Why? Why is it so? They don't take part in the management. They are not internal. They would be dealing only with the land. Only when something related to land comes, they will be there. So they are connected people. Okay. Then management committee internal, building companies connected. Local residents external. Local residents, are they internal to the company? No. They are not connected. They are external. Only when they start creating trouble and all, you start thinking about them, right? Otherwise they are external. When you say, hey, I am also part of that, that is the mall which is coming up there. I also own a part of it. You can't. You are only a resident. Right? So you are external. So building companies, they are the people who are doing the job, right? Contractors. They are connected people. Management committee is internal and the D and D are connected. Okay. The answers are marked. I can't ask you these questions, but anyway, let us go through it still. Complete the following sentences about the stakeholders with reference to the Mendelow's grid. Okay. The local residents exerts. You have to fill those places, right? 1 and should be 2. Okay. So, high power, low interest, high power, high interest, low power, high interest. The local residents have, yeah, low power, low interest. Then the next one is, and should be kept satisfied, right? Otherwise, what could happen is they are likely to become active, especially that politician is there, right? They are likely to be like that. They are likely to move to a more active position. So keep them informed. Yeah, that is what their power as of now is low, but is likely to increase when their interests are affected, right? Generally, their power is low as an individual resident. You have one your house is one of the localities, right? As a person, your power is very low. But all joined together and the support of that politician who are all residing there, then the power increases. So they are likely to be, so that is why you should keep them informed. Yeah. Keep them informed and satisfied. Satisfied, inform is just not enough. The next level. That is why satisfied would be the better answer. Information is just informing them, okay, this is happening. But then to satisfy them, because there are politicians also there and they are likely to form a committee and create a problem. Right? Then building companies exert low power, high interest and should be kept satisfied. Again, building companies, what happens is they are basically two companies, but they are likely to collude with others and there's a possibility of creating a problems, right? In fact, their interests are not taken care, they may even go to the level of suing the company. Suppliers, what do? As such, one supplier means okay, he is fine, but all the suppliers join together, then it becomes a problem. So you need to keep them satisfied. Okay. These are some of the things which you can just go through later. Students, that is one. Have you registered as students? All process. Okay. Now, once you get your contact IDs and all that, you can start accessing all these places. It's all in the ACCA global website. You can go through some of the articles and all that at a later stage.